Hello Scorpio, how you doing? Welcome to the Astroflower. This is going to be a reading from the 19th to the 25th of September. How's your September going? Have you seen the monthly readings? Have you seen that Mercury retrograde or that equinox video that I did? Very interesting for September. It's already started off with a bang in the first part of the month. The second wave should be coming through, probably see it by the end of this week, probably the week after that, but we'll see. Okay, this is your Astroflower reading. Let's just get straight in there and see what's going on with your energies. There's a lot going on in your here and now, a lot of recalculation by the looks of things and repositioning of yourself. And at the moment, you seem to feel like you're getting swamped. That could be also the fact that you're coming really into your autumn. And it's going to be starting to pose those questions about where do I want to be next year? What I want to be doing? What I want to be doing, like an experience and everything like that. Just putting everything into clarification in your spirit. So then after your birthday, you'll have the energy that comes back into you, into your circulation, as it were. Or the speed of the circulation starts picking up, and so it's it will get you'll be able to put all those plans into place. Sorry, I'm just trying to get what's going on the karmic front here. It seems to be spits and spurts, so I'm not sure everything seems to be very clear with yourself of the true direction. Maybe let's just see what the the overall energy is a lot less than what it has been over the past week. It's a lot less imposing. And it's time to look around, time to really explore the horizons in your life. Yeah, time to look around. Ace of Wands. The universe really does want the best for you, and sometimes it's very difficult to see what to do, and the universe is just sort of screaming at us, but we can't seem to hear it. It seems a little bit like this sort of way. You may feel like sometimes you're caught up within your mind and stuff like that, which is can be a good and a bad thing. But here's the moment to reflect on about what's going on in the future. And I think you've got to be clear with yourself. Maybe that's the thing. You could have dreams and aspirations, say like, I want to go to the moon, but is that realistic? Let's be honest, I don't think so. Not with my lifestyle. Anyway, it's just being realistic with yourself. I think this is what this is all about, and you'll find a victory in that if you start to be a little bit clearer and realistic with yourself. Okay, let's see what's going on the relationship front. You can't push all the time. If you're constantly pushing the relationships that are around you, you'll make them thin. It will become monotonous rather than great to see you. It'll be, oh, it's good to see you again sort of scenario. So it's a little bit of, it's asking you to sort of like take your foot off the gas for a lot of these things. Spend a bit of time with yourself. Yeah, concentrate on what you're doing, basically. Concentrating on one thing at a time rather than sort of trying to run around, being friends with everyone, but not really having any sort of depth in that relationship because it's too frequent. It's too much. You haven't had time to sort of sit down and take time for yourself. And I would do that. I would start taking some good time for yourself, going out for some nice walks or going off for the weekend, or just giving yourself a bit of space and out the race, as it were. Let's just see what's going on, how the universe is trying to influence your karmic message. So they're giving you a direction here in regards to your relationships. This could be for your couple, this could be for your your family, your friends, or just the general relationships inside you. And it's talking about sort of like allowing that growth to just happen naturally now. Allowing people, so if you've been pushing on relationships in whatever respect it is. It could be within your couple or your family, friends, etc. You know, they're saying allow these relationships to grow as well without having to constantly nurture them. You know, like a tree, at some point when you plant the tree, you're going to give it over to nature, and nature's going to do the rest. You know, so it's having faith and trust. Coming of age, sort of, sort of allow you to own your emotions rather than sort of like run after them. That's what the universe is trying to sort of say in regards to your relationships, basically. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message. Apparently you got a lot on. You might have been pulled from pillar to post here, and things might be getting a little bit thin for you, as it were. If that's the case, then you know you may feel a little bit weary and a little bit tired because of this time of year as well. And your guides are trying to sort of sort situations out where there's less going on, so you can just take the time out to sort of see exactly where you're going. So they're sort of they're carrying you through. They're sort of restricting the amount of choppy waters around you, so you can actually take this passage and go from one side to the other, from one year to another. And in regards to your relationships, just allow them to come to you, Scorpio. Just allow the rest of the world in regards to relationships and emotions and spiritual growth and stuff like that. You need to take time out to actually see what what's good for you, and allow the rest of the world to sort of, or the universe to actually sort of turn up on your doorstep. Let's just see what's going on the how the guides are trying to influence that conversation that is within you. They're trying to help you to be a little bit distracted, rather than constantly on the go, constantly messaging, constantly watching programs, learning stuff, or constantly visiting people, or having people around the house, or constantly doing other things for other people, just making you distracted a little bit by sort of kind of going, oh, look at that cloud. So you look at it and you're kind of, oh yeah, it looks like a like a salad. I don't know. It could be anything, but they're just trying to make you distracted from the here and now, basically helping you to dream a little bit. Okay, so 3 of Swords in this position, on this side of your relationships. I think this is where the universe is trying to sort of encourage that sort of still emotions within you and allow things to nurture themselves. Here, in this relationship, in this what your guys are trying to do here is that, you'll realise that, all the effort that you might put into some of the relationships, there's no return. And it may cause you a little bit of pain. But then again, it's probably best to know that, rather than continue just to sort of investing in other people continuously without investing in yourself. And they're trying to distract you from that, to sort of help you look at the clouds and stuff like that. So emotionally, you don't get yourself caught in a situation that it's going to be difficult for you to get out of. So you may, you don't want to paint yourself into a corner here. Paste yourself into a corner. That's the scenario of it, because it could cause you pain. It's the relationships can be hard enough as it is. If you have to constantly put input in from your side and there's no input from the other side, it's going to be even harder. You're going to find yourself lost in the end. So I would listen to those sort of voices that within you that sort of like helps you just to distract from the everyday life and enjoy yourself with yourself, and start exploring the avenues of what sort of things make you ticked over the last year, because you've had an amazing year. Let's be honest. You've done very well. You've really pushed the push the networking button, as it were, and sort of connecting with people and stuff like that, which is sometimes can be really difficult for Scorpio. And now it's a case of just looking over that past year and sort of saying what worked, what didn't work, why didn't it work, what could have worked better, how would I want to change things, what things do I want to do that I didn't do last year, or what things that I did do last year that I don't want to do anymore. That's the sort of questions, and in order to do that, you're going to need to take time out, and apparently you're not taking the time out. If you don't take the time out, you risk to get hurt, Scorpio, and that's, it's not good. That's not good. I wish that was not the case, but it seems like that's a possibility, that you may get really disappointed in your relationships that are around you if you don't allow them space as well to come into your space. Okay, let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side. The karmic message here. It's really weird. This is the complete opposite to the other side, and this tends to be the way. It's a case of, what are you waiting for? It's very difficult because you're just coming into the last month before your birthday, and it's not really the moment to start projects, but it seems to be talking about a project that you might have started some months ago, and you've let it go by the wayside, and you haven't really been concentrating on it. And it could be within your career, so there are aspects within your career or your job that you haven't been paying attention to, or the fact that you're looking for a job and there's just certain avenues of your life or avenues of your capabilities that you've not really been looking at over the past sort of like 2 or 3 months, and it looks like it might come back up on the surface. Yeah, it's seeds that you've planted some time ago that you should be able to sort of go back to those seeds and see their growth and see what is possible for you in regards to your business, in regards to your job, your projects and stuff like that. These are seeds that have been in the brewing for some time, and I think it's a case of closing off certain avenues so you don't waste your time next year, by the looks of things. And it is that last moment of sorting out the chaff from the wheat. Let's see how the universe is trying to influence that karmic message. Clear the decks. They're helping to clear the decks. So they're the universe may be chucking real curveballs at you in order to knock stuff down around you so you can see a little bit clearly, basically. They are gifts, and I think this is where the universe is really trying to help you here, to knock certain things on the head and allow certain things to develop. So basically, in the last 2 months before your birthday, that's going to be that moment where you're going to sort of clarify the physical. Where should I be? What should I be doing? What job should I be doing? How should my business be? That should be sort of become clear within your mind's eye, within your spirit. And then after your birthday, then that's the moment to start hitting the telephones and start actually doing it. But it's getting it clearer for you. And I think there's a bit of urgency here from the outside, from influences that are trying to encourage that sort of clarity. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message. Are you finding it difficult to make decisions at the moment? It's a sort of should I? Yeah, don't know. Or if you've made a decision, is it the right decision? Are you umming and ahhing over decisions that you've made? And your guides here are trying to sort of cut that out. So you may find things naturally. They're working in tandem with the universe here, and I think this is where your guides and your universe is trying to just naturally curtail certain things in your life in order to give you clarity in others. Yeah, it's all about nurturing. I guess this is the opposite of what is over on the relationship side. And it is nurturing those ideas going forward of clarity of where you want to be, what job you want to be doing. You're still in that last 2 months before your birthday, and that is going to be the thing that's going to be on the table of where do you physically want to be, what physical experiences you want to do. It's all about the material world rather than the spiritual relationships and emotional world at the moment for you. And you can see these cards here, they're really trying to give you clarity on where to go, for how to go forward and etc. in a changing world. And how is the guides trying to influence the conversation that is within you? Success can be measured in many different ways, and I think your success is measured in your social standing, I think, in this respect at the moment, and you wish to be recognised for the work that you've done in the physical world, and it looks like you will be. You've already got 2 aces on the board, and with that Page of Pentacles there that's running through, it is the start of a new victory for you. It's the offering of a seed, the recognition for the work that you've done. I think you're going to see that sort of financially, materially, rather than sort of socially more than anything else. And that's, something that you may need to accept, that people in this world at this present time, which is changing very fast, may not see things like that, may only see the money and the material side of life rather than the relationship side of life. And if that is the case, and it looks like you're going to be, you're going to get a step up, there could well be an offering of a pay rise or a promotion or even a job here. For your business, you'll get the feeling that your business is settled. It's now, got a good foundation. And this is where the good foundation can be built upon. And that could be the victory for you. Okay, let's just see what the overall outcome is and how it's sort of playing into the following week after that. Right turn, Clyde. Do you remember that? I've forgotten who was it. Was it Clint Eastwood was in that film with that orangutan that sort of like, anyway, it's an old film. And, it's get ready to do a 90-degreer. If you're not paying attention to the overall flow that's going on around in the world, I think you're going to find this end of the month a little bit difficult, a little bit stressful, because there's going to be a lot of changes going on in the world around us. And as these changes happen, it's going to force everybody to conduct their life differently with the world around us. And that, at the moment, for you, is going to be difficult. It's going to ask you to do things before you're ready to do it, which usually is not your thing, Scorpio. You like to know where you're going, what you're doing, where how you're going to do it, and it has to be very sort of like sorted out and in place. And when that happens, you're going to be able to, you'll be able to move on. But you do have to adapt to the world around you, and this could be a very trying week next week. Marriage, happiness, understanding, teachings, learning of the path through to your dreams. The Hierophant, each step is like a lesson of how to create what in creation, basically. And I think this is what you're going to be putting into place next week. I think this is a calm this week. Everyone seems to have a calm week from the 19th through the 25th. And it's like the calm before the storm here. It's asking you to set yourself on the material sort of side and allow those relationships to just come towards you to have the return, so it's a fair exchange. And this will give you victory, or at least clarity within your thinking to go forward. And as you go forward, you can apply this in this ever-changing world that is around us. And it will be a good time for you to be able to do that because of that Hierophant. It seems like you've understood a lot of things, so adjusting to the outside world will not necessarily be easy, but it is very, very possible. And then when you're ready to really put on the gas, that's when you can plow on, and that's probably after your birthday. Okay, Scorpio. There you go. It's quite a nice calm week. It should be spent with yourself and exploring the inner being that is you, basically. There's loads of links in the description below. You'll find to the Astroflower. You'll also find to our Instagram, our sister channel, Somatic TV. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much for your help and support on this channel. And if you're thinking about subscribing, what are you thinking about? You might as well just do it. It doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe and click that bell so that you get notifications on all our future readings coming from here. In the meantime, Scorpio, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.